afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Norfolk once again. And the mill that you see is called Boardman's Mill. It's not actually the one I've come down here to photograph, but I might try and photograph it. But any photographs I do take with that will have to be with the drone, because I don't see a way, I don't see a way that I can get over the other side of the river, or the canal, whatever it is. But I've been told that there is a couple of other mills. There is another one back that way. I think it's called Turf Mill. I can't remember now. But that one's under restoration, and it's covered and surrounded by scaffolding. So that one's a no-go. So I thought I'd walk down this little track and see what I can find. Okay. So where we are by this canal, there is boat trips available. I don't know if I've got time to do that, to be fair, but that's something I might try and do tomorrow. Take my camera on the boat and do that. It depends how long it takes, and where it goes, if it brings you back to the same spot, etc. Anyway, in front of me there is another mill, and if that's a mill, then they've got problems here. It's just a skeleton of one. Okay, the boat trip's coming beside me now. Look, the one I was talking about, this one, it's called Clay Rack Mill. There is, sadly, nothing left of it. I don't know if there are more. The track sort of ends here, so I would suggest probably not. So where I've come is potentially going to be a bit of a flop. Oh well. This track that I am following blindly leads to nowhere by the looks of it. You all know my issues with my legs, so I think I'm going to stop this wild goose chase and turn around and go back before I find that I can't walk back. So yeah. So whilst at the car park, I was talking to a nice chap called Mr. Paul Forster. He's not on YouTube, but he is on Instagram. I've had a quick look at his Instagram page. It looks quite nice. So I'll put a link to his Instagram page below. And yeah, nice guy. And if you're watching, Paul, nice to meet you. Okay, so I'm making my way back, like I said. It's not far, I didn't come very far. So I thought I'd let you know that in Portsmouth, where I've driven from, it's currently 19 degrees. So not too cold, not too hot. Here, 25 degrees. God, I can feel it. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you that I've come down here to meet up with Steve Wright, otherwise known as Roaming Photography. He's basically organised this today. So thanks for that, Steve, firstly. And we're just going to drive around and see what we can find around this area and do some photography. Unfortunately, the first mill, like I said before, is surrounded by scaffolding. So they're doing a restoration job on it. So that's unfortunate, but there's this one that you can see behind me. I might do that with the drone if Steve's not here yet. Get some photographs of that. There is a height restriction for the drone. I think it's 50 meters today. So yeah, okay. Things haven't quite gone to plan. We went to the previous mill, the name I forget, scaffolding all around it. So we said, let's go and do Fern Mill. Scaffolding all around it. So we're here, we're going to do St. Bennett's, which is across the water, which is over there. I don't know if you can see it, just over my left shoulder. Yeah, so we're going to try and photograph that. I'm also going to do it with the drone, so I can get it from over the other side of the mill itself, which I've wanted to do for a while, to be fair. So yeah, like I said before, I'm here with Steve, as in Roaming Photography. He's just round the corner setting himself up. Yeah, gutted about Fern. That would have been good tonight. Okay, let me get going. Okay, first things first, time lapse. I'm doing a time lapse, the camera's just here. I've had to turn it off and start again, so there might be 2 time lapses depending what the first one looks like. Everything was covered initially by cloud, and I obviously set it up for the cloud, etc. That's why I was doing the time lapse. That's all gone, and we have this beautiful sunlight, so potentially this time lapse is no good, but we will see. But I've set that up anyway. I've walked across this, I'm going to call it a mooring, I don't know what it is, and I've got the camera set up in portrait. I'm at ISO 64 f13. It is, I can't remember, 250th of a second. Got the mill. Obviously the sails are at the other side of the mill itself. We can't get to that side. I don't know how to get to that side for it, but yeah, looks really, really nice. So yeah, we're going to take that. Yeah, so Steve's walked down that way a bit, which I'm going to do shortly, but I'm going to try and get a landscape shot, because I want to include the hut with that as well. First thing I did was take the drone up. I've got some video of the mill, and I've flown over the top of the mill, gone to the front of it, and done some photographs, video, etc. from there. They're probably the best that I can do, to be fair. They look fantastic from that side. I tried to get one so that the hut is on the right hand side with the mill, with the sails facing the camera with the drone. I don't know if that's worked or not. Bit disorientating. Got to keep your eye on the drone all the time and make sure you know where it's pointing, etc. So it's a bit disorientating, but I think I've got some. I'll share some of the video as we go, and I'll share some of the photographs from the drone as we go as well. All right. So I've changed my filters, guys. I'm not going to go on about the other ones anymore, but I've changed to the earth filters. These are the magnetic ones. I've got the camera at ISO 64 f14, 30-second exposure. I've got it so we're in landscape, and I think that's going to look really nice when the water's flattened out. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm using the 24 to 120mm f4 lens, obviously on the Z8. So one of the things I thought would be nice would be to get a photograph with this boat in the photograph in the foreground, and then the mill to the left of the boat. I don't know if it's going to work really, because there's so much garbage around, all these ropes and all this around, so I might tidy that up in Photoshop, get rid of some of it. But yeah, the photograph itself should look quite nice. So somebody's very kindly cut a path, I don't know if you can see that behind me, which I'm walking down. Steve's miles ahead of me, miles ahead of me. But I'm side on to the mill and the hut, and I've got I've left the 24 to 120 f4 lens on. I've got it in landscape. Yeah, that looks quite nice. I want to try and get further that way so I can get a photograph of it. The problem I've got is I've left the Z50, I think it was, that I'm using for the time lapse down where we were originally. So I obviously need to keep my eye on that, which is impossible when I'm this far away. But there we go. The shot that I've always wanted, I think, fair to say, from this angle. So the sails are head on. Obviously the mill is on the opposite side of the bank. I've done it twice. I've done one with a boat. So this one, that's just sailed by it. I don't know if my shutter speed was too slow for it, but it should look okay. And then I've got it just with the mill itself, looking through these bushes. Oh, looks really nice. Okay. I've come a little bit further. So the last shot was on that side of this bank, and I've come across here to include these bits here, these 2 bits of stumps of wood that's sticking out of the water. Yeah, that looks really nice. I like that. The boat here is in the corner of the photograph. I will take that out in Photoshop. It just doesn't look right, so that will be removed. And there's a 5-mile-an-hour sign. I don't know if you can see it just here somewhere. That will also be taken out. Other than that, yeah, I quite like that. I have to head back. I've left my Z50 over there doing the time lapse by where we were initially, and I can't really walk any further anyway, so I'm going to head back, retrieve my camera, and then I'm going to try and do sunset from somewhere over there. All right. So there's Steve, by the way. Say hello, Steve.
Hi guys.
So we're walking down this path that they've very graciously cut for us, just for us today. And we've come down to see the mill just there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just tap over here somewhere. And the sun is setting directly behind the mill. Looks really nice. Looks really nice in the camera. So I don't know my settings. ISO 64 f14, and I don't remember, it is 500th of a second. There we go. So yeah, okay, we're moving on. I want to try and get it so it's a bit more over this way. So we're going down to where we were initially. Okay, ISO 64 f13 hundredth of a second. I've got it so that the sun's setting between the sail and the body, but the sun is just about touching or just a fraction away from the side of the mill. Lovely, lovely orange sky. I don't know if you can see the back of the camera. I don't want to, I'm not going to turn the lens around, but that's fantastic. It looks really, really good. Okay, thanks. I'll tell you what, we ain't half running around here. So the sun, we can just about see half of the sun now as it's setting. ISO 64, I think it's f13, I can't see my eye, I'm blind. F13, I can't see it, honestly I can't see it. But I've done a bracket, five photo bracket. It looks nice. So I think we're done for this evening. We were running around a bit like idiots towards the end. I've managed to capture it so the sun is setting on the left of the mill, and to the right of the mill. I've got it so it is full and then half moon, half sun. What we're now getting is a glow appearing on the horizon, so hopefully that's going to spread as the sun sets further. So, and we're starting to get these gorgeous colours in the skies behind us. One of the photographs I wanted to do, which I didn't do earlier, was I put the 14mm lens on, so the 14 to 24, and I've included this barn or whatever it is in the shot, so it's on the left hand side, and then I've got obviously that thing on the left of the shot. The sun is actually set when I've done that, but we've got these gorgeous colours. So yeah, we're done for this evening. I'm gonna sleep here tonight in the van, obviously. And then tomorrow morning Steve's going to come down and meet me, and we're going to try and capture sunrise. My plan is to capture it with the drone, not the camera, although the camera will come with me. I'm going to do it with the drone so that I can fly to the other side, because the sun is going to rise over about where that cloud is there. And I want the drone to be on that side to obviously capture the sun as it is rising. It is absolutely baking, guys. So tomorrow morning it's going to be probably a little bit warm, but that means we're going to get this glorious clear sky. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so for this evening, thank you very much. Steve and I are about to head away for the night. I'll talk to you in the morning. Thank you. Good morning. It's 10 to 4 in the morning, and it is sunrise. We have nice red sky behind us over there, and I'm making my way down to where we were yesterday so we can start taking photographs. Like I said, predominantly with the drone, I would have thought, but I've got the camera and everything with me as well, of course. And we will go from there. All right, cheers. Steve and I have arrived. We're basically where we left yesterday, but we have this gorgeous scene in front of us with the mist that's rolling in, or the fog, whatever it is. It's lingering on the top of the water. It's around the base of the mill itself. Yeah, I've done it with I think it's not a 10 stop, it's a 6 stop fitted, ISO 64 f16, and it was 10 seconds, wasn't it? A 10-second stop, 10-second time. So yeah, it looks really nice. I wanted to do it with a grad to flatten the water so the mill looks pristine on the reflection on that water. It looks really, really nice. So not much vlogging really, because everything that I'm doing is with the drone this morning. I have taken a couple of shots, like I said, with the Z8, just because it was misty, but that didn't last very long. But the sun is now starting to show its face. It's just, I don't know if you can see just over there. So you can see an orange glow just coming over the horizon, nice, bright and vibrant. So I brought the drone back to change the battery so that we've got sufficient battery whilst it is rising. So I'm just going to give it another minute or so before I go up and get the maximum use out of the battery. So yeah, most of these photographs are with the drone. I would apologise for that, but I'm not gonna. But I hope you like these. We are back at the van. Well, I am back at the van. Steve's now gone with his good lady wife. They've gone on to enjoy the rest of their holiday. This morning has been great fun, getting up at 4 o'clock, maybe not so much, but you know, we got the best of the light from sunrise. Photograph wise, I took, I think, 2 with the Z8, and I've taken about 100,000 with the drone. I don't know how many I took, but I took some photos, I took some video. What is good from that selection, I will share with you. I will predominantly share those on the video in a second with some music. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been great fun. I'm a bit wet, I'm a bit dirty. I'm going to get changed and then head home. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. See you all again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.